And of course, White Knight has the ability to watch his work grow. And with that, the light box is made. And of course, I have the independent on-off switches for both lights. And of course, they're doing just fine. The only thing that sucks is I gotta push a little bit harder than I like on this just to turn it on and off. So I think I'll actually probably just remove it from the actual rim of the tank and put it back on when it becomes a lot more easier to push, because if I had to constantly push down really hard to turn it on and off, I'm afraid I could actually accidentally just over time weaken the glass and eventually just cause it to break. So yeah, for right now I'm just going to leave it dangling like this. It's an eyesore, but it generally does the job. Alright, so here's the panel for the 5.5. As you can tell, I just got done spray painting it, so it's glossy. When it dries, it's going to be a matte black. And here's the other panel that's supposed to be matte black. It's still drying off, and there is some inconsistencies. Hopefully when it's fully dry, the inconsistencies will be hidden, but if not, I can go in there and do a small touch-up. When I'm out here, I gotta deal with these. I gotta deal with this one a lot. This one's name's Footsie. The reason why we call this one Footsie is because it, well, for a while when it was young, it used to go after your feet. And this one's Nuisance. His real name's Bandit, but he's a nuisance. And this is the newest one I tamed. This one's named Squeaks, but also likes to go after my hands, so I gotta watch out for its claws every now and then. It's not completely tamed, but it's pretty freaking close. Alright, so now I'm going to start the draining process, or the water change. I'm not going to drain a lot. I'm probably going to drain about maybe half or so. But unlike Creative Pet Keeping, I'm doing the same idea with an air line, but at the very end I have an air stone. That way, so I have to worry about no fish ever getting sucked up. And since I have my drain literally right next to the tank, I can just stick this in there, suck up some of the water, start the process, and just come back in next amount of how long ever it takes. It's probably going to take me a good couple hours to get to around here anyways, so that gives me enough time to waste to do other stuff. You're not getting water. Well, I'm doing the same thing that Creative Pet Keeping did when it comes to adding water back into the tank. The water here is just slightly a little higher than the temperature in the tank, but it's going in so slowly that it's going to do like literally nothing to the fry. And of course, there's the sponge filter completely rebuilt. And of course, I think you can see some of the fry just swimming about. Like one's right there. Granted, the phone just won't autofocus properly because they're too small. And there's a bunch of other particles swimming all throughout the tank, so yeah. Generally speaking, it looks like I still got everyone, so that's good. Now it's going to take 10 years for this to be done, but whatever. Alright, the background for my 10 gallon is done. They actually contrast pretty well between the two. And it also makes the tank look a lot more different. And of course, also the tank, also the little 5.5 in my bathroom that's housing the Betta Fry, has also got its wire change complete, and the black background is also added. I gotta wait for the tank to clear out and everything else, of course, but generally speaking, everyone's survived and everyone's doing just fine. It's just that it's just out to wait about a day or so for the tank to clear. And also, I did add a little LED light to the little 5.5 right here, which is this little thing right here that shines. Granted, it's a little bit more brighter than I thought, but generally speaking, it does black out the tank. But I think that's pretty much it for this video.